everyone. Hi. It's been a while since I've done one of these, but here I am. I'm back. Took a little break and now I'm here, so hopefully you're here with me. If you are, thank you so much for joining me. I'm Kendall Richardson and I'm here to do something really cool that I'm really excited about and really looking forward to doing. So this month, June, is 25 years since Michael Jackson's History album was released. And it's an occasion that is worth celebrating, worth commemorating, and I wanted to do it in my own special way that I know how, which is just me talking about how much I love the King of Pop and his music, and everything about this album was so influential on my life, and I had to commemorate it. I had to do something. It's very special to me and to a lot of people in the MJ community, so hopefully some of you are watching. So basically what I'm going to be doing for the next couple of weeks is just going through the History album track by track, because if I sat down to record a video about history, I would be here until the end of history, probably. The end of human history, which looks like might be soon, but who knows? Fingers crossed. Anyway, let's not get political. There are going to be some songs on here for that later. So yeah, I decided to do one video per song because it's the best way in my mind to just really give the album its due, what it deserves. Just some amazing respect for some amazing music that just helped to shape my life and a lot of people's lives worldwide. So here we are, History 25. It's so exciting, and today I'm of course going to be talking about the album's first track, which is the just legendary single Scream, featuring also one of America's other iconic and one of music's other iconic superstars, Janet Jackson, Michael's younger sister, who is just a superstar in her own right, as we all know. This is just, yeah, I mean, I don't even know where to begin with Scream because there's so much to say about it. I have so much love for this song. It has a real special place in my heart. Like, I remember when it came out. I remember watching the video for the first time. I used to watch it on repeat as a kid growing up. I really did. I remember my parents taped the end of the Diane Sawyer interview where it was premiered, and I remember just like they only got the end of it for some reason. I don't know why. And I've tried to ask my parents why, about so many things to do with MJ when I was a kid, because I've been a fan of his since my entire life, since I was 3 years old is the earliest I can remember listening to his music. But yeah, I've tried to ask them why this, why that, but so if I tried to ask them, why did you tape just the end and not the whole interview? Anyway, so I used to rewind a VHS tape over and over and watch the Scream video back in the day. So yeah, the single was released on the 31st of May in 1995, and we just passed that 25th anniversary milestone as well a couple of days ago, which is really exciting. And yeah, I didn't actually know this. I was doing some research on the song, seeing if there was anything I could dig up that I didn't know, and the one big thing I found out was the fact that it was actually leaked on a couple of radio stations in the US, one in Los Angeles, or a couple in Los Angeles, and then one in Philadelphia as well. They somehow got their hands on the track and took the opportunity and ran with it despite the legal battle that kind of followed, because it's a Michael Jackson song, and not only is it a Michael Jackson song, it's a Michael Jackson and Janet Jackson song. It was huge at the time. It was nuts. I remember how big it was. It was such a big deal. It was played constantly here on Australian television. I remember also watching it on Video Hits back in the day. That's a show I remember and miss quite a bit. But yeah, this was just an incredible way for Michael to really come back and announce his return following just the complete awfulness that happened to him in 1993 that he did not deserve. This song speaks so many volumes because for me, not only is it his response to that time and what happened to him and what he went through, it's a mission statement of the whole album for me, and it makes sense for it not only to be the lead single of the album, but to be the first track of the 15 tracks on the History album. So yeah, it just lyrically, it's just so, it's so angry. I love how angry, I love how aggressive, how powerful, how commanding, how fed up Michael and Janet are in these lyrics and the things they say and the way they sing them. It's just incredible. Yeah, this song, right, is literally only best, like, I would recommend listening to this song at full volume, honestly. Just, it's the best way to experience it. Just musically, it's fantastic, and for me, I've been saying this to people for years, but for me, I think it's aged very well. It doesn't really sound dated. It still sounds fresh. There's no sounds in this. There's really not anything about this track that sounds like it's, oh yeah, that's from the 90s, that's from the mid-90s. Like, you could play it, someone could do it today, I feel like, and it would, you know, you would maybe only change maybe one or two things about it, but maybe not even that. Like, it's just that good to me. Yeah, and I always, if it comes on in my car, if it comes on in my house and I'm listening, I will blast the shit out of it. That bass line is so good. The music is just, I'm such a fan, like, it's, obviously, but, you know, it's one of my favorite tracks off the History album as well, and still probably one of my favorite songs of Michael's. It's just so cathartic to listen to because, you know, it's a little window into how he felt at the time and, you know, probably how he continued to feel for most of his life following 93. And it's a nice way to show support for him by really just letting yourself feel the music and feel those lyrics and trying to get kind of an understanding of what he went through during that time. I think it's brilliant. So it was written and composed by both Michael and Janet, along with Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. And this was the first time that MJ worked with Jam and Lewis, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. But obviously we know that those are two of Janet's big time collaborators, giving her, you know, basically all of her huge hits. I love Jam and Lewis. Everything they touch is just gold. And this song is no exception to that rule. So yeah, it's just, yeah, I love so much about it. The short film for Scream as well is, again, one of my favorites. Like, as I said earlier, you know, just watching it again and again and again as a kid, just taking it all in, and even to this day, just still loving it. The visuals are so powerful, are so awesome, just phenomenal. It's directed by, oh, I'm getting hair in my face. It was directed by Mark Romanek, who was known for, at the time, and I think he still directs. I don't know if he makes movies as well as, I think he does, but music videos or short films. And yeah, for me, the other short film I think he's most known for, and I believe he is the director of it, Closer by 9 Inch Nails, which is another great song. And you know, 9 Inch Nails, I've always thought kind of the industrial sound of that was maybe influenced MJ a bit through History and Blood on the Dance Floor. But that's just my opinion. I don't know. It's really cool anyway. But yeah, Mark Romanek, great director, great visionary. The cinematography in this short film is awesome. It fits the futuristic theme, you know, because they're on a spaceship, wearing these awesome outfits. God, hair. Ugh. Hair everywhere. Yeah, I love the outfits they wear in this whole thing, like how cool they are. I really want that long sleeve black top with all the, like, the spiky bumps. I really like that top. I've always wanted one. That would be really, really great. But I love the visuals, and I love how just you really get to not only hear the anger coming from the Jackson siblings, but you get to see it, you know, Michael's smashing guitars and they're both running around screaming and shaking their heads and just, and the dancing is next level. One of my favorite choreographed pieces of MJ's repertoire has to be this, like, the scream, like, dance him and Janet do during I think the bridge. It's great. It's awesome. Sometimes I like to, you know, when I listen to it and I'm home alone, just kind of, you know, try and imitate it a bit, but I'm not that good. I haven't actually gone out of my way to memorize the whole thing yet. I only know little bits, but whatever, it's fine. But I love the choreography. It's so cool. It was choreographed by Travis Payne, Lavelle Smith Jr., Tina Landon, and Sasha Lukashenko. What a name. I love that name. It's very nice. Yeah, so big team working on the dance moves on this one, and it paid off big time. Especially because Scream was received not only as a song, but as a short film / music video. It was received overwhelmingly well by everybody, critics and fans alike, of course. It got 11 MTV VMA nominations at the time, which is huge. Like, I don't know if it's still, like, I think at the time it was the most any one short film had ever received. I don't know if that's still true now, but 25 years ago, that's what happened. Very exciting. It only won 3, unfortunately. It won Best Dance Video, Best Choreography, and Best Art Direction. So 3 very well-deserved awards, absolutely. It also won the Billboard Music Award for Best Pop / Rock Video, and then the big one, it won the Grammy Award for Best Short Form Music Video. So that's really cool. So just everybody loved Scream, understandably, of course. And another really cool thing is it's a fact that's kind of been disputed in more recent years, I suppose, but at the time it was listed as in the Guinness World Records the most expensive music video / short film ever made. The budget on this thing was, I remember reading it back in the day, it was somewhere between $9 and $11 million US back, you know, years ago. I remember that's what it said, but in my recent research of this, the figure seems to be around $7 million US, so, which is a lot of money, obviously, and maybe adjusted for inflation, it would probably be a lot more now, given the 25 years that has now passed. Mark Romanek has since disputed that this figure of it being, like, this recognition of it being the most expensive music video ever made is not correct, because apparently he thinks that there was, or he seems to know that there was other videos being made at the time that were just as expensive, if not more, so I don't know. But it's the one that got the recognition from Guinness, so I'll take it. Yeah, it's just, gosh. But yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what else to say about Scream. I love the industrial sound, the electronic sounds of it. Again, that bass is just so awesome. I just love the real world sounds. Like, one of my favorite things MJ did during his time was, like, incorporating, like, real sounds. Like, in this song, there's, like, you can obviously hear sirens, obviously people screaming, and just the percussion. It was just, like, you know, kind of elevated from Jam, where you're in Jam, you hear, like, the breaking glass. Here, it's, like, it's, the beat is, like, the percussion is breaking glass consistently, and it just sounds really great. I don't know, I love the entire aesthetic of Scream from top to bottom. The music, the visuals of the short film, the way it's sung, and yeah. And to this day, it was the one and only time we heard Michael say the F word, and I'm not going to say the word just in case there are young ones watching, but we all know what that word is. It's the only time he ever said it on a song. And I don't even remember when I was a kid having that, you know, hearing that and thinking anything of it, because, you know, all the kids are using swear words on the playground, so apparently I came home from kindergarten saying the F word, so that's a nice story. Thanks, Mum and Dad. Yes, so, you know, children are bad influences. Anyway, sometimes, not every time. But, yeah, he never really ever swore, and I just like, because, you know, people who don't like swearing sometimes, I'll bring my parents back into this because, you know, they don't really like to swear much in front of my brother and I, so they usually kind of just go with the whole, it's good to swear when it's in the right context or in the right situation. And I think MJ's a good example of that because, you know, he never swore at all on really any of his songs ever. And here he is dropping an F-bomb. In fact, the entire History album is filled with swear words, like, not anything too serious, and it's only one or two here or there, but, you know, it's appropriate because it's what he was feeling and how he felt it was necessary to express himself. And obviously we like to, when you're angry, when you're frustrated, when you can't take it anymore, dropping an F-bomb, dropping an S-bomb, whatever, you know, swearing is a good cathartic way to just let that out. And so it makes total sense that they did that, that he did that for the song. And yeah, it adds to the power of the whole thing. So yeah, I think I might start to wrap up now because I've just looked at the time and I've gone past 15 minutes. And I wasn't planning on that, but of course it was gonna happen. So, but anyway, regardless, those are my thoughts on Scream. I freaking love this song. I still listen to it constantly. It's just brilliant. What a way for MJ to, you know, announce his return with this incredible album and just this incredible message of just like, just stop your bullshit, tabloid media and press, because I just swore, it's fine, because just, yeah, he did not deserve any of that stuff that he went through, not at all, and this was just such a great way for him to fire back. I think, the Leave Me Alone short film and Scream for me are like the two ones where he kind of claps back that I really enjoy the most, and they're the most powerful for me. So, but yeah, anyway, so those are my thoughts on Scream. Thank you so much for watching and listening to me ramble about this. Stay tuned for another video coming hopefully tomorrow, about Michael's song, epic song that is still very important and relevant right now. They Don't Care About Us. So yes, I can't wait to get into that. That's going to be really, really interesting. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I'll see you next time. I've been a Kendall Richardson, and you've just experienced non-scripted ramblings.